The girls asked me to meet them at the outskirts of the village. After a short wait, they both arrived, wearing their usual clothes. I had to admit, I was a little disappointed. I had hoped to see them in something a little fancier. This will be the first time we've interacted with the village as a whole. I figured it would be a good idea to make a positive first impression, rather than an odd one. I'm sure you'll be fine. This past week has really helped the village realize not all spirits are troublemakers. Oni-sama, look! It's so pretty, all those lights! It was amazing to see the village like this. The villagers had really gone all out, making the whole place glow. The light flickering candles dancing in the evening breeze. It is beautiful. Thank you for giving us this chance, Taka-kun. Without your help, I doubt we would have been allowed anywhere near the village on this night. It actually reminds me of festivals back in my world, so in a way I'm able to show a bit of my world tonight. I smiled, feeling pretty happy as I thought about my own city. Despite the difference in time and even world, I could easily see the similarities between this festival and the ones that were held back home. People would visit from all over, and the city would be filled with all kinds of decorations. It actually made me feel a bit homesick. Takani, is something wrong? No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about my world. But let's do something fun. Look over there. That's a pretty fun game. I'll bet I'll be able to beat you in it any day. Do you want me to explain the rules, fair maidens in my company? We would love to play with you, Taka-kun. Please, tell us how. The three of us quickly made our way to the stall in question, which held a large wooden container placed in front of it. Filled with water, tiny goldfish could be seen eagerly swimming back and forth. Okay, the rules are pretty simple. You'll be given a small bowl and a little paper net. You have to use the net to scoop the fish out of the water. But the net is really fragile, so it'll break if you aren't careful. The one who captures the most is the winner. Oh, and you're usually allowed to take one home, if you catch any, that is. Oh, Oni-sama, fishies! Yes, you can keep one, Meiko-chan. I would love to watch you play. Taka-kun, but I feel that this is not the game for me. Here, Elder-sama was kind enough to give us a small amount of money for my work here this past week. Enjoy yourselves. May the best fisher win. I'm gonna catch a fishy! I couldn't help but grin at Meiko's change in demeanor. When she was told that she would be allowed to keep a fish if she caught one, the girl's excitement got the best of her. After several vigorous scoops, the little scoop tore apart, ending Meiko's game without a single fish caught. The dejected expression on the girl's face made me feel sorry for her, and instead, I moved behind her, putting my own net in her hand while I rested my hands on top of her own. Let's do this together, Meiko-chan. Just follow my hands. It's a game that requires you to be patient. First, you need to get the whole thing wet. If it's only partially wet, it'll rip in no time at all. Let it float in the water. Don't struggle against it. Now keep it at an angle and wait. When a fish gets close, scoop it up from the head and try to avoid the tail. It sometimes causes the net to break. Then you just slip it into the bowl. I showed her the best way to scoop and moved back, watching her focus intently on the water. She didn't move a muscle for well over a minute, until suddenly her arm twitched and she made a little squeak. There was a small splash and the faint sound of ripping paper. Yes, I did it! I got one! I got one! I got one! Thank you so much, Takani! I caught a goldfish! Great job! Now you'll have a goldfish to keep at the mansion. Take good care of it. The stall owner bagged the fish up for Meiko in a special water-filled bag. I gently patted the girl's head as we walked back to Machiko. The older girl seemed to be interested in some masks that resembled different kinds of demons back in my world, making me wonder what she was thinking about. Oni-sama, I got a fishy! Isn't it cute? Well done, little one. It looks absolutely adorable. Taka-kun, I'm a little curious about these masks. You want one? I have some money myself from the time I helped out the guards, so... I'm actually more curious about their purpose. The stall owner seems to evade the question when I asked him. Haha, well, in my world, they're said to ward off evil spirits. Maybe it's the same here? Well then, I would most certainly like one. If nothing else, it would go a long way to prove that I am most certainly not an evil spirit.